Imagine this, 1 second, just one, and suddenly the Earth stops spinning. The ground beneath your feet freezes in place, but everything else keeps moving at hundreds or even over 1,000 miles per hour. Cars, oceans, buildings, even the air, everything that was moving with the Earth suddenly gets thrown forward. Sounds terrifying? That's because it would be. Today we're going to explore exactly what would happen if our planet suddenly stopped spinning for just 1 second. You'll see that even 1 second of this can cause total chaos. How fast is Earth spinning? To understand the impact, we first need to know how fast Earth spins. At the equator, our planet moves at about 1,037 miles per hour, or 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's faster than a commercial airplane, faster than most hurricanes, and way faster than anything you could imagine on land. Normally, you don't feel it because everything around you, oceans, air, and land, is spinning at the same speed. But if Earth stopped suddenly, all that momentum wouldn't disappear. Things that were moving with the planet would keep moving forward at full speed. That includes people, animals, cars, buildings, and even water. Physics doesn't care if it's dangerous, it would happen instantly. Immediate destruction. Inertia is brutal. The first thing you'd notice is the sheer force of inertia. Everything not nailed down would be hurled eastward at speeds of over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That's enough to flatten buildings, throw cars hundreds of feet, and seriously injure anyone who isn't strapped down. Even objects inside homes would become deadly projectiles. Closer to the poles, the effect would be smaller because the planet spins slower there. But even in these regions, the destruction would still be massive. Bridges would collapse, trees would snap, and roads would be torn apart. 1 second is enough to turn civilization upside down. Oceans would not stay still either. Water keeps moving at the speed Earth was spinning. This would create massive, planet-wide tsunamis. Coastal cities like New York, Mumbai, or Tokyo would be instantly flooded by walls of water hundreds of feet high. Inland areas wouldn't be safe either. Rivers would reverse violently, lakes would overflow, and water would rush through valleys and plains with incredible force. 1 second of this could destroy entire coastlines. The air would become deadly winds. The atmosphere spins with the Earth too. If the planet stopped suddenly, the air would keep moving, creating winds that could reach over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. These winds would destroy forests, strip roofs off buildings, and carry debris like missiles. Imagine hurricane-level winds multiplied hundreds of times. Nothing on the surface would be safe. Even mountains wouldn't stop it completely. Earthquakes everywhere. Stopping Earth instantly would also trigger massive earthquakes. The sudden shift would move tectonic plates violently. Fault lines would snap, volcanoes could erupt, and the ground itself could crack open. The shaking would happen almost everywhere on the planet at the same time because the sudden stop affects the entire crust. The effects on gravity. You might think gravity would protect us, but it wouldn't. Gravity would still pull objects toward Earth, but the sudden stop would cause objects to slam sideways first. Essentially, gravity keeps you on the ground, but inertia throws you horizontally. That combination? Deadly. Changes in day and night. Even after the initial chaos, the Earth's sudden stop would affect the length of day and night. Normally, a full spin takes 24 hours, giving us day and night. If the spin stops permanently, one side of the planet would face the sun continuously, while the other would be in darkness. Temperatures on the sun-facing side could rise above 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 121 degrees Celsius, while the dark side could drop below negative 220 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 140 degrees Celsius. That's a planet where survival becomes nearly impossible. Weather would go crazy. The sudden stop would destroy our weather systems. Winds, ocean currents, and the jet stream all depend on Earth's rotation. With the spin gone, storms would become unpredictable, monsoons could fail, and deserts might expand while fertile lands dry up. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and massive thunderstorms could form in completely new areas, making life even more dangerous. Impact on the oceans long term. Even after that 1 second, the oceans would still be out of balance. Water from the equator would move toward the poles due to the lack of centrifugal force. This would flood some regions and leave others dry. Continental shelves could be submerged, islands could disappear, and ocean currents like the Gulf Stream would collapse, affecting climate around the world. Effects on the planet's shape. Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It bulges at the equator because of its spin. If the planet stopped suddenly, this bulge would collapse. That means massive shifts in land elevation, floods in some areas, and new mountains or ridges forming in others. Earth would literally reshape itself in response to losing its spin. Impact on life? For
For humans, animals, and plants, the effects would be catastrophic. Many animals rely on day-night cycles for feeding and breeding. 1 second of chaos could disrupt ecosystems for years. Fish, birds, and mammals could be killed instantly by tsunamis and winds. Crops would be destroyed by floods and violent weather. Even bacteria and insects could be affected by massive changes in climate and geography. Would the Earth really stop? The good news is, this scenario is basically impossible. Earth has been spinning for 4.5 billion years, and nothing could suddenly stop it. It would take an unimaginable force, like colliding with another planet, to make that happen. Even then, Earth would probably break apart before stopping completely. Lessons from this thought experiment? So why think about it? Well, imagining Earth stopping for a second helps us understand how delicate and balanced our planet really is. Everything we experience, day and night, weather, ocean currents, is connected to this spin. Even 1 second of disruption would be enough to wipe out civilization as we know it. It's a reminder of how powerful natural forces are and how lucky we are that Earth spins steadily. Fun facts about Earth's spin. Even though a sudden stop is impossible, there are still interesting things about Earth's rotation. 1. Every year, Earth slows down slightly, about 1.7 milliseconds per century. That's too small to notice in your lifetime, but over millions of years, it adds up. 2. The equator spins faster than the poles. That's why rockets are often launched from near the equator. It gives them a boost. 3. If Earth spun faster, we'd feel lighter at the equator, and the planet would bulge even more. If it spun slower, days would be longer, and gravity would feel slightly stronger. Hollywood versus reality. Movies love to show the planet being knocked off its axis or spinning out of control. Think of films like 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow. While they make for exciting storytelling, they exaggerate physics. If Earth actually stopped spinning, the destruction would be instantaneous and far more extreme than Hollywood shows. Oceans, winds, earthquakes, all at once. Conclusion. Even stopping for just 1 second would be enough to destroy cities, oceans, and ecosystems, kill millions of people, and permanently alter the planet's shape and climate. It's a terrifying thought experiment, but it also shows us how perfectly balanced our world really is. The spin of Earth might feel invisible, but it's one of the most important forces keeping life alive. So next time you watch a sunrise or feel a gentle breeze, remember, you're riding on a planet spinning at over 1,000 miles per hour, and that spin is exactly what makes life possible. If this gave you a new perspective on our planet, take a moment to appreciate it. And if you want more mind-blowing science like this, hit like, share it with your friends, and keep exploring the amazing world around us.